Tell us about your life before, getting sober and
Sure.
everything.
So I got sober at 25, and before that, I'd been homeless for about a year and been battling addiction for about 10 years. And I had no ID, no home, obviously, no cell phone, and like everybody in my life had been like, "We love you, but it hurts to be around you, Janie." And I managed to get sober at 25 and found that I was just like a shell of a person. I had never built like any self-love or confidence or self-esteem. And I like couldn't even look people in the eyes. I would cry if I was talking to more than 2 or 3 people at a time. I was just like such a shell.
Wow, you've come a long way.
Yeah.
It's a blessing.
It is. I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed.
And tell me how baking came into your life. Like, what happened with that?
Yeah, so I'm from a creative family, and art is in our blood. And for me, when I got sober, like my life was so out of control. It had been so out of control for so long. And baking is such like an artistic outlet. It's so beautiful. It's so meditative. But like unlike cooking, you have to follow like the steps to get the right result. And so for me, it was like the perfect balance of an artistic outlet and like learning how to put one foot in front of the other to get the results, which is something that I'd never like really learned in life. And so I just would bring baked goods everywhere I would go. I would, if I felt like I had nothing to contribute. And I was like, again, like it was so hard to like connect with people. And so I would kind of hide behind baked goods, and I would bring baked goods, and people, would love them. People's whole demeanors changed when they get to try something made with love. And so I, started being able to look people in the eyes again, and really, my first like concept of self-esteem was built by baking at the beginning.
That is beautiful. I love that. It seems like it's from the heart.
It
You're
is,
giving,
yeah.
and it's healing too. Now, when you started baking, did you ever imagine that you would start a business with it?
Oh my God, if you had told me 10 years ago that I would be sitting here with you today, I'd be like, you are kidding. Like that is just not possible.
Wow.
I never intended to own a bakery. I never intended to make it my living. I was 25 and had no resume and no, I just didn't know what I wanted to do. And I was working as a nanny and a superintendent in the East Village, taking out people's garbage. And, people started asking me, like, I bring baked goods everywhere, and they'd be like, when are you going to open a bakery? And I thought it was like only something that men could do, or only something like wealthy people could do. But someone asked me if they could buy a cake. And I was like, it was that one person having the confidence in me that I didn't have in myself that propelled me to be like, oh my gosh, like maybe I can make a career out of this. So I started baking from my little tiny East Village apartment.
I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, and that shows how just someone instilling positivity and encouragement you, how it can make a difference.
Yes.
Because look at all the things you've gotten to do, And is that part of how you overcame your fears? How did you overcome your fears?
It's amazing how just like, other people, like it really was like such a grassroots effort, like just other people, having the confidence in me that I didn't have in myself, like enabled me to look differently about myself. Like I was so filled with shame. I thought that if you knew who I really was, like if you knew the real Janie, that you wouldn't love me and you wouldn't want me around, and you definitely wouldn't want to buy baked goods from me. But just, starting to tell my story and having people like try my baked goods and purchase them enabled me to sort of like look at myself in a different way and sort of realize that like my, all my shame and all the darkness that I had come from like could be an asset, and like I could share that and really grow from that.
You're doing, that's inspiring. Oh my God. Now you have your own bakery, Janie's Life-Changing Baked Goods. I love that name. And you have what, 2 locations now? You're gonna open the third one?
Yeah, we are. It's a crazy.
When we face our fears.
Oh my God.
Go.
A picture of our second one in East Harlem, New York.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite thing you bake? What's your favorite?
So we're known for our pie crust cookies, and they are what it sounds like. The bottom's pie crust, the middle is a little bit of pie filling, and the top is streusel. So it's like the best. You know when you like scrape aside all the stuff to get the best bite of the pie, like the perfectly proportioned bite? Yeah.
Don't that sound good?
That's what a pie crust cookie is.
I think it's so amazing that you're giving back and helping others. Tell us about that.
Thank you. So I found that we have an open door hiring policy, which means that if you, no matter what your like prior circumstances are, the person you show up today for their interview is the person that we're gonna look at. So we don't do background checks. I found that when I was 25 and getting out of homelessness, like I was like, nobody will ever want to hire me. But I was so willing to work so hard, and I just wanted to prove myself, not only to everybody else, but I wanted to prove myself to myself. And so I find that like other addicts or people who are previously incarcerated, or people who just like don't even just don't know where they are in life, that usually they are just like the best workers. And so we really want to embrace that. And if I could grow a bakery or 2 or even 3 bakeries from my circumstances, why can't other people do that?
Oh my God, that's amazing. Well, we heard from some of your employees, and they want to share a special message with you.
4 years ago, I was incarcerated, and I began working at Janie's upon my release. She was there behind me the entire time.
I was actually unemployed for 14 months, applying to a ton of different jobs, not hearing back from a lot of them.
I was a teacher, and then I was just kind of ready for a career change.
I had been in social media and marketing for like 10 years, and I hated it. I had sort of decided that I was going to switch my career track.
When I was able to find someone that was able to take me at my word that I was ready to work and learn, that was like a weight lifted off my shoulders.
She's just the most like warm, compassionate person. She also sees the potential in everybody, and that gave me a lot of confidence in pursuing my dreams.
I feel really grateful to Janie, obviously, for taking the chance on me when I sort of wandered into her bakery.
I think of her as a prime example of someone that can do anything really with hard work, dedication, and just doing the next right action, regardless of what your past is. I think that's why she's so supportive of anybody that's made a mistake. Janie's is definitely life-changing. I definitely would not be where I am today if I was not at the bakery. And her cookies are phenomenal.
Oh, you get emotional. Tell us what you're feeling.
God.
How did that make you feel to see?
Oh my God, I don't even know. I'm like not a crier, but I've learned like, in the past couple of years to just like really embrace feelings. Oh my God, wow, that was beautiful. I don't know, I'm just like, I'm so grateful to them. Like they make my life such a joy. Like I get to show up every day at work and be 100% me, and they get to show up and be themselves. And it's just like, our work environment is like I love those ladies so much. Like we have such a good time, and I'm just so grateful to them for how they show up every day.
You're a blessing to them, like a baking angel. It sounds like a true happy place. If you like this video, smash that like button and subscribe to the Jennifer Hudson Show YouTube channel. Check your local listings or visit jenniferhudsonshow.com to see when you can watch full episodes in your area. And don't forget to sign up for the newsletter.